Now let's discuss history related questions. So the first question is question 46th. With reference to Ashokan inscriptions on pillars and rock edicts, consider the following pairs. So one column inscription sites have been given, and in another column there is their corresponding present day locations. So 4 locations are given, so we need to identify which of these pairs is or are correctly matched. So the first is Shahbazgadi. Now let's look at the map first. These are the 2 maps. So Shahbazgadi is located here in the present day Pakistan region. Another prominent location, Kandahar, located in the present day Afghanistan region. Now let's look at this first pair. Shahbazgadi, Kandahar, no. It was located in the present day Pakistan region. Another locations are Jogada, Maski, Dhauli. Let's look at these locations. Dhauli, Jogada. They both are located in Odisha state. And when we talk about Maski, Maski is located in the present day Karnataka region. Now moving back to our question, Jogada, Odisha is a correct pair. Maski, Karnataka, again correct pair. But when we talk about Dhauli, it is incorrect because Dhauli again located in the Odisha region. So only 2 pairs are correct. So how many of the above pairs are correctly matched? Only 2. So B is the correct answer. Now moving further to 47th question. With reference to Sangam literature, the term Movendar refers to, so these are the 4 options given. So we need to identify which of these options are correct. So Movendar as a term, in fact, when we talk about trend of UPSC asking ancient or medieval history related question, they'll provide you one term. And in fact, this is a prominent term given in your NCERT. So try to read old as well as new NCERT of history starting from 6th to 12th. So if you have read about Movendra, you can easily recall that it refers to heads of 3 ruling families, Pandyas, Cholas and Chairas. So when we talk about Sangam literature or Sangam age, so here are the, you can say, 3 dynasties. Here you will find Chairas, here would be Pandyas, and above Cholas. Okay. In fact, the mention of these 3 ruling families or chiefdoms bolte hain hum inko, to be more specific, because here chiefs are, or you can say chiefs were lesser than kings in terms of positions and powers. And in fact, Megasthenes also mentioned about these 3 ruling families. Tolkappiyam में भी इन 3 ruling families का mention है. So C is the correct option. Next question, 48th question. Consider the following statements about Mahajanpadas in ancient history. So the 3 statements are provided with respect to Mahajanpadas, and these are the 16 Mahajanpadas that we have to consider while answering this particular question. First is Kambaj or Kamboj Mahajanpada was extended till parts of present day Afghanistan. So when we talk about Kamboj or Kambaj, so यहाँ पर है Afghanistan region में भी extended है. Another is some of the Mahajanpadas had more than one capital. Second statement is also true. Now let's look at one Mahajanpada, Avanti. Avanti had capitals in form of Ujjaini and Mahishmati. ठीक है, पहले महिष्मती थी, महिष्मती के बाद उज्जैनी कैपिटल होगी अवंती की. So 2 capitals were there. Next, Vajji and Malla or Mallas बोलो आप उनको, Mahajanpadas were republics. This is true. In fact, when we talk about Mahajanpadas, some Mahajanpadas were republics, some were monarchies. And another republics we can think of like Kurus, even Kambaj or Kamboj was also republic. अब रिपब्लिक और मोनार्की में डिफरेंस यही होता है, मोनार्की में देयर विल बी वन किंग एंड दैट किंग वुड बी यू कैन से हेरिडिटरी वन, ठीक है, मोनार्की. बट व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट रिपब्लिक, द हेड ऑफ द रिपब्लिक, here we are talking about elected one, okay, not hereditary in position. In fact, there are certain debates amongst the historians whether we consider these as republics or oligarchy, ठीक है, oligarchy होता है more than one ruler is there, ठीक है. This is another separate, you can say, topic of debate. So 1 2 3, all these three statements are correct. So how many of this above statements are correct? All three. Moving further, 49th question. With reference to modern Indian history, Max Muller, William Jones, Vincent Smith were associated with, these are the four options provided. So we need to identify which of these four options are correct. In fact, this is a very simple question because all these three were Indologists. Indologists होते हैं, they studied the culture of India, history of India, or you can say tradition of India. ठीक है. So when we talk about Max Muller, the achievements are basically, or we can say n number of achievements of Max Muller. Like he was the one who converted Rig Veda, or translated Rig Veda into German. Sir William Jones, or you can say simply William Jones, he was the one responsible for founding Asiatic Bengal Society. The society was, we can say, keenly involved in studying Indian tradition, okay, Indian literature. And the same link we can talk about this Vincent Smith. He was the one who talked about or read many things about India, and he compiled his writings in a book known as Early History of India. Okay, so कौन सा ऑप्शन करेक्ट है? सी इज द करेक्ट ऑप्शन. ब्रिटिश imperialist historians interested in Indology. So C is the correct option. Now 50th question. The question is, with reference to science and technology related developments in ancient India, consider the following statements. In fact, again, this is the one pattern that UPSC has been asked in the previous years. So these are the four statements. We have to read these four statements. First is, Indian smiths were among the first in the world to manufacture steel. Okay, and here we are talking about, to be more specific, is an, or you can say, unique type of steel was manufactured known as woods. ठीक है, इसमें composition होता था कार्बन का is 1 to 1.6% of carbon. ठीक है, and this carbon provided strength. Okay, so the first statement is correct. Second statement is, Varamihir or Varamihira's Brihat Samhita stated that moon rotates around the earth and earth rotates around the sun. In fact, this is what is reality. Okay, so Indian scientists, they were ahead of their time. Okay, so again this statement is again correct. Third, Apstambha's book contains names and information on a large number of plants and herbs which were used as medicines to cure diseases. In fact, this statement comes out to be incorrect. Why? Because Apstambha was a book related to practical geometry. ठीक है, practical geometry में deal करती थी ये book, and ये book ने mention करे हैं different angles, right angle, obtuse angle, acute angle, and so on. Fourth, so third is incorrect. Fourth is, ancient Indians were acquainted with methods of operating cataract, stone disease, and several other ailments. Again, this is correct. And here you can find one of the most prominent reference is of Sushrut. Okay, he wrote Sushrut Samhita. He was the one who was he was a surgeon, and he knew how to operate cataract and other ailments. So 1, 2 and 4 are correct. So we have to identify not correct option. So कौन सा not correct है? Third is not correct. एक ही not correct है. So only 1 is the correct option. Moving further, 51st question. So this is the question related to Government of India Act 1935. Consider the following statements. 1, 2, 3 statements are provided. So when we talk about Government of India Act 1935, even present day constitution includes or incorporates number of features which have been taken directly from 1935 Act, and one of the most prominent is the federal structure. Okay, or you can say federalism. Okay, because this act provided the creation of federation of this provinces, and here we are talking about the British provinces, and British provinces were directly under the control of the British government, and the federation of, we can say, princely states. ठीक है, so princely states were indirectly ruled by the Britishers. ठीक है, उनका फेडरेशन के बारे में बात हो रही है. अब फेडरेशन होगा तो फेडरल लेजिस्लेचर भी होगा. ठीक है, फेडरेशन होगा तो फेडरल लेजिस्लेचर भी होगा. One thing. Okay. So now let's read the statements. It provided for a bicameral federal legislature in which princely states were given disproportionate weightage. This is true. Okay? This is true. And in fact, federal character के साथ एक और prominent feature आता है, that is provincial autonomy. ठीक है, provinces को autonomy दे दी थी. Okay, that's why they provided bicameral federal legislature. Two houses were created, and princely states were given disproportionate weightage. And disproportionate weightage as in सारे princely states को basically same amount of seats नहीं मिली थी. And in fact princely states को seat देने के what was the reason behind is to curb the nationalism. ठीक है, so this is the correct option. Second is, at provincial administration level, the governor could veto legislative action. This is true, because if you would have read about this provincial autonomy, तो provincial level पे autonomy किस form में दी थी? इस form में दी थी कि governor could veto legislative action. Second true. Third, governor general and governors, okay, were to be appointed by the British government. This is true. Okay? Governor General and Governor, who were the agent of the British government, they were to be appointed by the British government and were responsible to the central and provincial legislature respectively. So when we talk about responsibility, so they were not responsible to the provincial legislature. Okay? They were not responsible to the provincial legislature. In fact, they were not responsible to the legislature. So they were only and only responsible to the British government. That's why we talk about the provincial autonomy being, you can say, fake, because that is not provided the provincial autonomy. The third statement is incorrect. So which of the above statements is or are correct? So 1 and 2 are correct. So C is the correct option. 1 and 2 only. Okay. Moving further, 52 question. With reference to princely states in pre-independence India, consider the following statements. So we need to talk about the developments of princely states in the pre-independence India. First is 1921. What happened is Chamber of Princes was created to crush nationalist movements in princely states. In fact, this Chamber of Princes was created in 1921, but not to crush nationalist movement, but in fact to provide platform to the princely states to discuss or deliberate on common interest or issues under the guidance of the British government. So first statement is incorrect. Second, in 1927, All India State People's Conference was founded to coordinate political activities in different states. This is true, because when we talk about the princely states and the growing nationalism, उस movement को बोलते हैं प्रजामंडल movement. So what happened is Congress was aloof of this प्रजामंडल movement. Congress ने allow नहीं करा प्रजामंडल movement को to merge with the its mainstream movement till 1942. ठीक है. So princely state में they had their own separate brand of nationalism under this Prajamandal movement, and different princely states they were having the lack of coordination. But what happened is 1927 में All India State People's Conference was formed, and the very purpose of this conference was to promote coordination amongst those princely states. Third is, in 1939, Subhash Chandra Bose became the president of All India State People's Conference to express Congress solidarity with state people's struggle. In fact, this statement is not true, because not Subhash Chandra Bose, in fact, Jawaharlal Nehru was the one who became the president, because he supported the movement. But again, as I told you, 1942 तक ये movement जो princely states में nationalism वाली movement थी, प्रजामंडल movement थी, they were separate, not involved in you can say Congress activities. But Jawaharlal Nehru was the one who supported from outside the Congress these movements. So 3 is again not correct. So which of the statements given above is or are correct? So only 2 is the correct option. So B is the correct option. Next question is related to again terms, mandalams and sthalas. Okay, mandalams and sthalas in Vijayanagara Empire refers to which of the following? Again, if you have read about Vijayanagara Kingdom, you can easily recall these terms. In fact, when you talk about the history-related terms, whether ancient history, medieval history, if you knew these terms, you can easily identify. So, mandalam, sthalas, they are administrative units. So, how this Vijayanagara Kingdom was divided? First of all, there were, we can say, divided into provinces known as mandalas, or you can say mandalams. ठीक है, प्रोविंसेस के बाद आते थे डिस्ट्रिक्ट, वो तो नाडु. आफ्टर नाडु वी हैड सब डिस्ट्रिक्ट. सब डिस्ट्रिक्ट वर नोन एज sthalas. Then after that we have this village level, and उसको बोलते थे ग्रामास. ठीक है, so B is the correct option. 54th question, consider the following dynasties of medieval India. So 1, 2, 3, 4 dynasties are given. So arrange the above dynasties in chronological order in terms of their year of foundation. So Sur Empire founded by Sher Shah Suri in 1540 when he defeated Humayun. Lodi dynasty founded by Behlol Lodi in 1451. Next, Gujarat kingdom founded by Zafar Khan, or you can say Muzaffar Shah first, in 1407. In fact, Gujarat was under Delhi Sultanate, but after the invasion of Timur, so the governor of Gujarat basically declared independence. Mughal Empire founded by Babur in 1526, very important, in the first battle of Panipat. So we need to identify सबसे पहला event कौन सा था? Third was the first event. So A या D में से कोई भी एक correct होगा. So 2 is the, you can say matching ones. We need to identify whether 1 happened first or 4th happened first. So what happened is 4th happened first. ठीक है, instead of 1. So fourth happened first. So A is the correct option. Okay. 55th question. Who among the following rulers of Delhi Sultanate had declared himself as the descendant of legendary Iranian king Afrasiab and administered justice with extreme impartiality to gain public confidence? So he was none other than Balban. So Balban was the king, or you can say sultan, who belonged to you can say class that was not noble in nature. ठीक है, nobility से belong नहीं करता था. He had humble background, and he was a porter first. And but what happened is, because of his sheer strength and determination, he raised to the, you can say, position of sultan. And जब वो position of sultan पे raise हुआ, he was the one who gave the theory of kingship. ठीक है, और उस theory of kingship के according there were few ingredients that, or few components he emphasized upon. One of the important component is basically उसका origin. One of the important component was the origin. उसने बोला जो origin है मेरी family का was directly being traced from this legendary Iranian king. Another important component is basically he was the one who depicted or showcased, or we can say highlighted, that the justice he wanted to dispense amongst the public would be impartial. ठीक है, ये important component है इसकी theory of kingship का, that was propounded by Balban. Because he was the one not having, we can say, legitimate claim over the crown. उसको कुछ ना कुछ theory in terms of we can say this theory of kingship he was to basically put forward to strengthen his claim over the crown. So B is the correct option. In fact, the very development regarding Balban आप NCERT से पढ़िए, old plus new, and that would be more than enough. 56th question. With reference to art and culture, Nagara style of temple architecture, consider the following statement. In fact, Nagara, Dravida, Vesara, these are the three important style of temple architecture you need to know. The first is river goddesses Ganga, Yamuna are usually found at the entrance of Garbhagriha. ठीक है, अब गर्भागृह क्या है? अब let's first look at the, we can say, layout of Nagara style of temple architecture. अब Nagara temple architecture, they are the style prominent in North India. अब ये temple बनता कैसे है? There is a, you can say, a platform, इसको बोलते हैं plinth. ठीक है, temple was constructed on plinth, and in fact ये अयोध्या वाला जो recent temple है, that has been constructed, Ram Mandir. It is also a Nagara style of temple architecture. अब ये बनने के बाद what happened is the construction started. So these are the mandapas. Mandapas होते हैं where devotees can be gathered, or gathering of devotees. ठीक है, is mandapas. Mandapas से आते हैं through hallway. ठीक है, and here is the, you can say, गर्भागृह. गर्भागृह is the sanctum sanctorium भी बोलते हैं इसको, गर्भागृह को. And here is the main deity that has been placed. ठीक है, अब इसका शिखरा आप देखोगे, और यहीं से रूफ देखोगे. Here the roof is basically, the base is square first, then when we talk about moving upwards, it keeps you can say or it had inclined curve. ठीक है, base is square, but when we talk about moving upwards, the curve keep basically having this inclined curve. ठीक है, यहाँ पे ऊपर जाके close हो जाती है. So that is the, we can say, prominent shikhra. But in Dravidian style, you'll find this roof or having this pyramidal shape. ठीक है, pyramid की तरह they're having this huge, or you can say, lofty roof. ठीक है, basically इतना ही होता है. Now let's talk about this. River goddesses Ganga, Yamuna are usually found at the entrance of the Garbhagriha. ठीक है, this is true. ठीक है, गर्भागृह के एंट्रेंस पे here you'll find the river goddesses. ठीक है, because these goddesses Ganga, Yamuna, they are considered as sacred in North India. This is true. Second, sculptures of fierce Dwarpals or doorkeepers guarding the temple are a common feature. This is not true because this feature is particularly related to Dravidian style. Dravidian style more specifically हम जब पलवा रीजन टाइम का बारे में बात करें तो पलवा टाइम में महेंद्र स्टाइल, ठीक है, started by महेंद्र वर्मन first. He was the one who incorporated this images of doorkeepers. ठीक है, Mahindra style. So the second statement is not correct. Third is a common type of shikhara in Nagra style is square at base and its wall curve or slope inward to a particular point on a top, as we talked about and we have recalled it twice. So this is again true. Idea of multiple shikharas in one temple is popular in Nagra style. This is again true. ठीक है, multiple shikharas are also present in the, you can say, Nagra style, because when you look at this mandapas, these are the multiple shikharas, but one would be an elongated or we can say big shikhara. So fourth is again true. So 1, 3 and 4 they are basically true, और question में पूछा है not correct. So not correct is 2 is the not correct option. Okay. Now 57th question. Which of the following famous Sanskrit plays of ancient India is based on the love story, ठीक है, between young Brahmana, और ब्राह्मणा का नाम क्या है, चारुदत्ता, and a beautiful daughter of courtesans, and this play is known as Mrich-Katikam, ठीक है, और Mrich-Katika. And in fact this is the play repeatedly basically belonging to the Gupta period. And इसमें particular क्या है, Brahmanas by profession they were meant to be individuals who devote their life towards learning, ठीक है, but in fact Charudatta he performed the or he followed the profession of a trader. That was the unique thing, and he fall in love with a, you can say, a girl, common girl. So Mrich-Katikam is the, you can say, correct option. Last question, 97th question of history. Which of the following were the consequences of Treaty of Allahabad? So Treaty of Allahabad कब sign हुई थी? After this Battle of Buxar. After Battle of Buxar, Treaty of Allahabad was signed, and we have to identify कि 1, 2, 3, 4 इनमें से कौन से consequences हैं, ठीक है. So Mir Jafar became Nawab of Bengal. Mir Jafar becoming Nawab of Bengal, in fact this is a development linked post Battle of Plassey, not Buxar. Okay. Not correct. Shuja-ud-Dola surrendered Allahabad to Shah Alam II. This is correct, because when we talk about Battle of Buxar, it was fought amongst, you can say, alliance of Indian rulers, ठीक है, 3 Indian rulers, ठीक है, and versus Britishers, ठीक है. And उस alliance में Shuja-ud-Dola of Awadh was there, ठीक है, and he was one party. Shuja-ud-Dola of Awadh accompanied Shuja-ud-Dola, who was the other one. Other one was Mir Qasim, ठीक है. Mir Qasim earlier he was Nawab of Bengal. He fled from Bengal and he met Shuja-ud-Dola. Joining Shuja-ud-Dola of Awadh, Mir Qasim of Bengal was the Shah Alam II Mughal emperor, ठीक है. अब क्या हुआ, मुगल एम्परर शाह आलम सेकंड वाज जस्ट रूलर इन नेम, ठीक है, उसके पास रियल पावर नहीं थी. इनफैक्ट ही वाज द वन हु वाज रोमिंग हियर एंड देयर एंड ही वाज स्केयर्ड ऑफ हिज ओन, यू कैन से, गवर्नर. So after what happened is Treaty of Allahabad was signed, and when this Battle of Buxar fought amongst this Indian rulers alliance and Britishers, So who became victorious? Britishers, they became victorious. So after the victory of Britishers, Treaty of Allahabad was signed and Shuja'ud-Dowla was forced to surrender Allahabad to Shah Alam II, ताकि Shah Alam II बाद में वो Britishers को दे सके. ठीक है? So that was a normal procedure. Shah Alam II issued a farman granting दीवानी बोलो या दीवानी राइट्स ऑफ बंगाल. ठीक है? एंड इन फैक्ट बंगाल, बिहार, उड़ीसा के दीवानी राइट्स कन्फर करिए, ग्रांट करे थे. ठीक है? एंड किसको ग्रांट करे थे? ब्रिटिशर्स को. ठीक है? थर्ड. Fourth is British annexation of Awadh. This is not true because British annexed Awadh in 1856. ठीक है? Through this doctrine of misgovernance. Okay? Yes. So 2 and 3 are correct. So A is the correct option. Thank you. This is all about history discussion.